Hello, computer. Welcome back to Johnny Has All the Voices.
Welcome back to more Miles Edgeworth.
At the very least, like it's a tragedy that she's dead, but at the very least you don't have to voice, fucking...
Elise as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've still got to voice fucking Edgeworth, and Godot, and the judge.
And Gumshoe.
And Gumshoe, and Maya if she shows up.
Right.
That leaves you with Dahlia.
Pretty much. And Bikini, I guess.
And
Larry. So...
First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night we had an acolyte here for training. Sorry. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The Channeling Dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard, but your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? Yeah,
wait a minute. If you're supposed to be with Maya at all times, then what the fuck were you doing here?
2 hours later.
Right. And why wouldn't Maya be with you at that point? Why would you leave her if you're supposed to be with her at all times?
Well, yeah. Also, how... Nothing against you personally, but how'd you get across the bridge okay?
Yeah.
Super rickety and everything, like... It was gonna go at, like, almost any moment. Unless it was, like, actually capable of supporting more weight than people give it credit for?
Well, okay. I think...
It's hard to...
I think she might actually not weigh all that much because she's short. If that makes sense.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Like, okay, so I'm trying not to be rude, but if you're short and squat, you know, that's not as much weight as someone who's tall and squat, if that makes sense.
Granted, but, I mean... Well, it held up fucking Falls or whatever.
Yeah?
He was a large guy,
Yeah.
so, I mean, maybe, yeah, it could actually just hold more weight than we gave it credit for.
Anyway.
Also, it looks... fuck! It was at least partially repaired, though, because there were actually boards that you could, like, you know, use to cross the entirety of the bridge.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
Ugh. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, for a decidedly different reason. Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11. No, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw 2 people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword.
That definitely looks... Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris.
You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was! Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom, and I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed. And then I passed out.
Are you fucking kidding me? Watch it be like this is some sort of shit of either like Lana where she mistook, you know, seeing, you know, Iris for somebody else. Or it's fucking Dahlia back again posing as Iris to fucking implicate her for some reason.
Well, wait, Dahlia is Iris.
We don't actually know that.
She basically came out and said it. She said 5 years ago, I did some sins.
Why then? What reason would she have to...
I don't know.
Also, why are we defending her? I'm not 100% convinced she's even, like, innocent regarding this.
Yeah?
So, like...
I don't know. I don't know.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know it may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back.
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter, so bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was that night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to stay at the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. So who is this acolyte who was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. After a while, she went through with the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on the block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean Little Pearl. That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl.
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her since late last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens.
Aw, what happened to Pearl? What happened to Pearl? If anything happens to Pearl, I'm going to fucking... Yeah! I gotta know what happened to Pearl.
Nothing better fucking happen to Pearl, I
Right.
swear to God. Jeez. And this is where the murder took place, sir. Although they were removing the body, but left everything else untouched. Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask, just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Got to make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your Ray's spout leaked over the years?
Jeez. Well, I guess I'll talk to you.
Oh, she was definitely a himbo.
Yeah.
The victim is the famous picture book author Miss Elise Dunham. Her entire past, up until she won that writing award last year, is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that, honestly.
That was Edward.
No. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab in the back by the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? Oh, sorry, that was you. I'm sorry.
Murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises that consisted with falling from the height of a two-story building. A two-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Where'd you go, Mr. Edgeworth? That just happens to be the room that Elise Donut was staying in. So she was pushed or fell out of her window?
So, okay, theory time.
Uh-huh.
She died from falling, so it wasn't actually the stab wound that killed her. So, maybe for some strange, weird reason, it would be like the case from Lana Sky, right? Where she did in fact stab Detective Goodman, but he was already dead at that point.
Maybe?
Maybe. It's just a theory.
Well, no, it says that she died from blood loss. The autopsy proved that the stab is what killed her.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then.
Maybe she was pushed over the window after she was stabbed by the sword? This is autopsy report. Yeah, see right there.
Yeah.
Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, that had none, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. Alright, I don't know why I had to go through all that.
Right.
At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went into the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple.
Okay.
After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini yourself in the main hall. The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I could see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember a face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow.
Oh, is it going to
Really?
be the high judge?
God damn it.
That's fine.
I mean, okay, that's one less voice for me.
Yeah.
But also, like, really, Edgeworth? Like, he barely remembers Phoenix every time he steps up into court.
Right.
Like, why would he remember you?
Who knows?
Like, is it because you were mean to him?
I guess.
We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, it's going to be the high judge.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Anyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Would it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea I had such a powerful string to pull.
Really? So who's
Well,
the
then why is he
prosecutor?
even worried about it being Godot?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's not going to be the Godot.
I guess not? Is it going to be Pain?
I swear to fucking God, if it is, we're going to fucking just destroy him.
Yeah.
Also, that's another voice for you.
Yeah? So, hey,
Maybe I don't have to voice the whole court this time.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
Here, after you're done drinking, give it to me. I want to drink too.
The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of the bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I heard it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm glad to see that he actually, like, cares about Phoenix and the rest of them, though.
Yeah, he's certainly come a long way since we first met him. Or I guess since we met him for the second time. You know what I mean.
But since he kind of had his revelation.
Yeah.
It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I would like to relax in my room by candlelight. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? How did you know?
Oh, jeez, Louise. Poor Edgeworth. Or poor Gumshoe, I mean.
Right? What's this? Looks like a wizard's staff. That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Donham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes? What? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright? The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it. The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood.
Also, where's the amethyst?
Well, I mean, we don't technically know about that, but you're right. Where is the amethyst?
Yeah.
What about fingerprints? Were there any? What about fingerprints? Were there any fingerprints on it? Just the victims.
Alright. Obviously that's the...
Oh. The main gate must be just over that stone wall. Ah, stone walls. I tripped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. And therapy.
That wasn't the last one, really? Wait. Just talking about the wall. Can I look at the ladder? Gosh darn it, there's an achievement for getting all the ladder dialogue. And I was like, oh, another ladder. I wonder if that's the last one. But no.
I think that's only between Phoenix and Maya.
Well, are we gonna play as Phoenix again then?
It sounded kind of like that when he said something about passing the baton back over to Phoenix.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, I just love skiing. Really? You don't, seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Nah. They're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth? Is the room starting to go mad?
Probably. Oh, whoops.
Also, I feel like Gumshoe just sometimes just says shit just to fuck with Edgeworth because he's actually smarter than he lets on, but he just... It's easier for him to just not... He doesn't think very hard, but every once in a while he has some actually really witty, like, stuff. So he just fucks with people.
Yeah, probably.
The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right, but I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are at different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier to just build the place slanted, sir? I fail to see how he can consider that to be even remotely a good idea. So, the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon. It sure is. It's called a Shichishito, by the way, sir. Nasty piece of work. There's still blood on it, so I suppose this is a victim's blood? Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shichishito, sir.
And then, let me guess. Iris?
Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints on the murder weapon? Maybe why it was seen that she was stabbing is because she was actually trying to pull the sword out to, like...
Yeah, that could make sense.
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health.
Well, now he finally gets a taste of his own medicine, I guess.
Hmm.
Is that everything to look at?
I think so. Can you look at that spot thing in the snow? No, like, black spot there? Is that a...
Nothing.
No? Alright.
That's nothing.
Can you look at the blood itself, or is it just kind of part of the sword? Okay, never mind.
Alright, well...
Talk more to her, I guess, or...
I guess I can present stuff. I didn't even see this as Edgeworth. Huh. Ah, well. Look at what you found. That's the master of Courtroom channeling technique. Mystic Misty Fae.
Fae.
It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently, she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter.
Who is this daughter?
Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan, but even I am not privy to the information concerning the main family.
So, alright. About this here. Oh, that's you.
Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to bring her blah blah blah. Okay, this is just, I don't know.
I guess she has an inventory word, eh, Edgeworth?
Well, that's a demon warden who acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. Yeah, that's why I always wear these for protection. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection just by holding it, you know? Put it on already.
No, I can't. I was just...
Whoop.
Ho 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 ho! It's like it was made just for you, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean by that, Detective?
It looks absolutely marvelous. You just gotta keep it on for a while. I'm guessing the line I skipped accidentally had him put it on or something.
Probably. Is this some sort of divine retribution?
Okay.
Temple map.
Yeah, are you gonna say anything about it? No. Blah 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 blah.
About this picture.
Well, look at that. Yeah, I look so pretty. S to the X, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Up till recently, I avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons.
Is that so? For example?
Ha ha ha! Well, why deny the world the sight of such a lovely face? Okay.
A little plain, but she does look kind of pretty. I'll give her that.
No! How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault.
Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame yourself.
Quiet. What do you know anyway?
Ouch. You're scary.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours? It's too bad you weren't one of the ones that disappeared. Oof.
Why did she have to take it all out on me? Her anger does seem a little manufactured.
Nope. Nothing about that.
Do you know anything about this old crumpled up letter?
Is that addressed to Iris?
Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it.
I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me.
So Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it.
Nope.
Let's see autopsy report. I can't imagine she would.
Yeah.
Have anything to say about it?
Not the staff, really?
Strange.
I would have thought for the staff for sure.
Yeah.
And not the Sister CD either.
Especially with all bloody and everything. And also, like, I think it's supposed to go the other way in the statue hand anyway.
Right.
Kind of like the one from back in the crane that...
The museum.
Yes.
This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world.
What? Sure.
But, even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh?
It sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation to her for me. Hey, don't leave me like that. Do your own dirty work. Sir?
Should I gonna tell her that he's alive? Okay.
I guess not.
This is Mystical Ace's apprentice, is it not? Yeah. I think he might have had a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy at any rate.
Huh?
Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men.
Sure.
But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I'm a head nun, after all. But, in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me.
I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty, for everyone's sake.
Jeez. Okay, this is all the same.
Yeah. Excuse me. You said you went to Maya, to the training hall in the Inner Temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after we ring the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the Inner Temple then?
Of course she did. Has always been a good obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said specifically that she didn't make it there. She said that she never went to the Inner Temple. That she stayed in her room and meditated the entire time.
Yeah.
As they say, the plot thickens.
Nope. Which makes sense.
Wait, was it? Oh. Wholesome recorded grudge against Wright.
It's all my fault. Me and my stupid back. Mystic Elise had been murdered. An important acolyte is trapped. And the little girl has been lost.
You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma.
Quite right. I need to do some more training myself, I think. She's a very important visitor, you know? An honored acolyte.
Honored? How so?
The Fey name is synonymous with the Courtroom channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case I was about to master the Courtroom channeling technique. Detective, I detest talk of supernatural dribble. I suppose now you'll say she has midi-chlorians?
Midi-chlorians, Star Wars reference.
Dun, 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 dun,
That was supposed to be Star Wars? How did you get all the notes wrong?
Because I wasn't really trying.
Okay.
And I got the melody right at least, right?
No. Not the beginning part, at least. You eventually worked up to being right.
Whatever. Ho ho ho! So, gives it the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it's not good. That's got nothing to do with it.
No, this poor girl. Where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there.
And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either.
Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Ah, do you think maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have to be such a pessimist, Detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you.
Jeez. Well, do you have anything new to say? No? Okay, well, I don't really know. Oh, okay, good.
I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe we scared the poor kid away. His heart was shed tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess I'll have to look for him for now. Want to throw on my side.
Alright, well, where could he be? The bridge, I guess? Okay, where else can I move? Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything that I...
Iris, please remember. I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes, thank you.
I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Dona with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night.
It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. Wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks? Can we break those now?
What kind of stuff do we have? The hood. Nope.
Autopsy report, staff.
Well, we can try it, I guess.
Yes. Alright, well.
Take that! I'm not used to hearing it from Edgeworth.
Right. I mean, objection is one thing, but take that!
Yeah, he definitely sounds like British.
Yeah. Definitely, or more uppity, if you will.
Yeah.
Pretentious. Since I've been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the Inner Temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room?
It's a...
Take that! I'm
Yeah.
sorry, wow. I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Iris,
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who brought this to you, isn't that correct?
Ah!
Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But, Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there was no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother. Oh, that's you.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything behind under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Is it Sister Bikini?
No.
Or is it Phoenix, you think?
I think it might be Phoenix.
I guess so. Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Phoenix. You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. What do you feel for Phoenix? You used him to trick someone once.
Yeah.
Like, he should mean nothing to you.
Right. Also, why does he still hold feelings for you? You should mean nothing to him.
Right. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack, huh?
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever go near.
Where is it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought of that such a terrible criminal would be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of a mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim you have never left your room last night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win that so you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. What?
Sure. Alright, whatever.
Well, in the next episode, we'll go to Heavenly Hall, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
See you guys then.
Bye.